How are you? Thank you, I have lost weight. Here we go. How's everyone doing tonight? I can't hear this. That's so awful. Anyway, so high, she's so tall. I want to give you a warning. I'm not going to get on the bus right away, if that's okay. Like, I just want to throw that out there because I want to get you in my headspace a little bit about this story. And warn you that it is a little bit of a distance before we get on the bus because you're going to be sitting there going like, I thought this was Muni Diaries, not like Jesse's cooking like life diaries. But I really think it's important to get you into my headspace, which is a dark and beautiful place that only Patti LuPone has dared tread before. Anyway, so you've been warned. Just hang tight. My story starts on a Saturday, like today. But unlike today, my story involves Jesse's no good, very bad day. So, I know, right? In like the whitest way possible. So I wake up, as you do, and I saunter to my computer, and there's a couple things that happen in almost rapid succession that really set the tone for what eventually became the story. The first one being, the night before I had drunk purchased something on Amazon.com. Anybody? I thought I was alone. Anyway, and what I bought was Thor's lightning hammer. Before you start getting any ideas, I know we're around the corner from Good Vibrations. Thor's lightning hammer actually was like Marvel's Thor lightning hammer. It lights up when you push a button and it makes like a krakow, like kind of lightning noise. Thor being Marvel's Thor and or Marvel's The Avengers and or Marvel's Thor The Dark World. Chris Hemsworth. Yeah? Okay. I can't see any of you. Don't leave me hanging. Throw me something. Now, I was pretty pleased with this purchase, and this was not a remorseful drunk purchase. This was like, this is something that I definitely fucking need as a 30-year-old. But what Amazon sends you is a recommendation for what you might also be interested in. And this recommendation came with the banner, other gift ideas for the grade schooler in your life. And it was like fucking Connect 4 and shit like that. And I was a little bit like, it's early in the morning for Amazon to be throwing shade at me right now. And I felt a little uncomfortable about the situation, so I decided to go get the Chinese food out of the cupboard, the fridge. Where do you put your Chinese food? That I had ordered also the night before. And as I was working through that, you're getting a very good picture of my life. Thor lightning hammer, Chinese food on a Friday night. I cracked open my fortune cookie, as is my wont, and this was the fortune, and I shit you not. It would be advised to increase your exercise regimen. First of all, fuck you, Cookie. If you're a fucking cookie. I don't know what quipster came up with that one, but he or she can go fuck himself or herself, alright? I don't need to get shade from a goddamn cookie on top of Amazon. So I'm already in just a real tit, and decide the best thing that I should do is go to the Red Bull Flugtag. Anybody go to that a couple years ago? This is the place the time, right? Maybe he's gotten better since then. He hasn't gotten better since then. Anyway, so I decided to go to the Flugtag, so I get on the fucking 38. I know what you're saying. This is where the Muni story starts. Don't worry about it. This one went without incident. I take the 38 to the ballpark, do a little bit of a walk. Having a wonderful time at a Red Bull event, which... like, surprise around. And end up running into some friends, and I'm talking, and I'm almost forgetting this whole, like, hammer cookie accusational morning that I had. And I strike up a conversation with a friend of a friend. And he's telling me, like, I'm really into linguistics right now, and dialect. And I'm thinking, okay, that's great. Like, we're watching man-made planes just like go into the bay. He's having a very intellectual conversation with me, and I'm sitting there, and he goes, I've become very interested in the phenomenon that when somebody moves to another country, they often start adopting the dialect of that country. And I make a joke, I'm like Madonna, and right over his head. I'm like, oh, okay, it's a straight person I'm talking to. So he's explaining this whole phenomenon and like, oh, you moved to South Africa, you start talking like South African. So then he goes, I don't want to be offensive. Because how often is something offensive followed by that phrase, right? I don't want to be offensive, but like, what's up with Chinese drivers? Anyway, I never said that, he never said that, it's just an example of a horrible thing. Anyway, he goes, I don't want to be offensive, but at what age did you decide to adopt the homosexual dialect? So, I've already had a couple skinny girl margaritas from the corner store. You know, those ones that come in like the like the Capri Sun pouch. They're like ready. All you need to do is, like they say on the side, like alcohol is in it. Like, you know, enjoy it home or on the go. Like I grabbed a bunch of those, set myself up. I had worked through that at AT&T Park. So I say to him, did you just ask at what age I decided to start talking all faggy? To which he said, no, that's not what I mean. And I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure you wanted to know when I started talking all faggy and when I decided to do that. None of your goddamn business, that's a secret, it's the homosexual agenda. So I flee the scene. I'm out of there, I'm like, fuck this place, fuck Amazon, fuck that Yum Yum Hunan. So good though, guys, like seriously. It's on Grubhub. And fuck that guy and his weird dialect conversation. So I go, I hail the 38, doesn't need to be hailed, it stops at the Muni stop. I get on the 38, I'm in a goddamn snit, and I decide to go all the way to the back of the bus, because as I always say in these shows, it says, please move to the back of the bus. I'm like, fine. All the way to the back of the bus, sit my ass down. Now I sit down across a lady who is maybe 2 times as wide as she is tall. She's wearing the stretchiest pants I've ever seen. She's got like Harry Potter glasses, but they're reflective. They're like dark sunglasses, because in the Muni, the sun is never in your eyes, and I was ready to hate someone, and she was the one. And she was also adding to my contempt by doing that thing that you and I and everybody love, where you treat the window as if it's a black hole or a portal to a trash can somewhere. She was drinking her Sierra Mist, because fuck her, and she would just finish it and chuck it out the goddamn window. And then she was eating her Pringles, and I don't like, no shade, I eat Pringles, but I feel like Pringles are like a at home or like at a party food. Like I know once you pop, the fun don't stop. But like, it's just weird to see people publicly eating out of a tube on the bus. And sure as fucking shit, she takes that Pringle can and just throws it out the goddamn window. And I am enraged and engaged. And I decide that I am going to stand up for you. I'm going to stand up for the city. So I say, excuse me. Excuse me. Proving that guy's point right now. 12, by the way. Anyway, so, excuse me. The city is not your trash can. Not the end of the story. To which she says, and she looks at me with her Harry Potter sunglasses that are just black and unreflective. And she looks at me and she says, I will fucking kill you. To which I said, nothing. Because what the fuck do you say to that? So, I got off at the next stop, which was 2 stops before my own. And she got off at the next stop. And I thought, this is it. I'm gonna die on Steiner. So I am walking, and she's back there. I can fucking feel her. And we go about 2 blocks, and I'm getting closer to my house, and I'm thinking, I do not want this lady knowing where I live, because sure as shit she's gonna, I don't even know, like throw a Pringle can through my window, filled with Molotov cocktail. So I turn around and I say, whatever you're gonna do, just do it. And she, to like a 45-year-old woman, like whatever, you know. And she says, you are standing in front of my house. And then she says, who the fuck do you think you are? Right? It's kind of a groaner. Like, what the fuck do you say to that, too? Who the fuck do you think you... I've always wanted to say it to somebody. Who the fuck do you think you are? I didn't have anything to say to that either. So I didn't. So I turned around and I just walked away. Who the fuck do you think you are? And I got home. I threw away my Chinese food cartons. Who the fuck do you think you are? I don't know. Still working on it. But in 3 days, a really fucking awesome hammer showed up. That's a start. Thank you.